Hey everyone, welcome back to another war video. This one, War 12 of Season 38, for Loki taking on PBT. You can see I have Sym Supreme and White Magneto, and also She-Hulk making her Season 38 debut. All three of these champs are going to see some action this war, so let's get into it. I am on Path 8 in both sections, so here you see I have a rank 4 SIG 200 Valkyrie to fight. So I'm going to be using White Magneto. Reason being is Valkyrie is metal, so White Magneto is able to magnetize her. I do pop a combat regen because Valkyrie can hit pretty hard through the block. It's like her big thing. This node is Rich Gets Richer Fury, and also Personal Space Fury. So you saw she had a Fury buff there. That was just because I was close to her for enough time, and White Magneto didn't turn it off. But you can see I'm starting to gain a couple passive Furies here. White Magneto, the magnetism actually does turn it off, so I'm not gaining them as quickly as I would like. But that's okay. You can see it is adding up a little bit, and White Magneto is able to just kind of cut through this fight pretty easily. Valkyrie can be kind of annoying to fight. She's able to shrug debuffs. That's why I placed the White Magneto pre-fight, so now she can't shrug the stun. But you can see there, nothing too crazy. So on to Section 2, I'm going to be using She-Hulk for this rank 4 Immortal Abomination. I really like She-Hulk for Immortal Abomination for a couple reasons. She-Hulk's signature ability allows her to shrug debuffs against science champions. So obviously I don't have to worry about the poisons with She-Hulk because she's poisoned me. But you can see there after a special 1, I get a Petrify on me. So She-Hulk able to then shrug that off. And this node is Rich Gets Richer Power. So because I have more buffs when I parry, I get an armor up buff, I'm able to get those special 2s a little bit more consistently than normal. So I like being able to shrug off the Petrify so I don't have to worry about getting the power gain reversed or anything. So the big thing with She-Hulk, if you can keep the passive Furies up, they act as a taunt, they throw more specials, and then you're able to just make sure that you're hitting them that way. You don't really even have to block if you're able to bait out the special. So you can see here, it's going pretty well. I-Bomb special 1 can be a little annoying. You just want to make sure you outspace it, and then you time the last dash. I can push I-Bomb to a special 2 here. There's nothing wrong with that because the Toxic Aura will be able to, it won't really do anything to She-Hulk because she is poison immune. The big thing is you just can't let him get to a special 3. You can see there She-Hulk able to manage that fight very well. So next fight on the path is going to be Annihilus. I'm going to use White Magneto again with a White Magneto pre-fight. Reason being is Annihilus is metal as well. So I know I have Sym Supreme there, but this node has Mystic Ward. So I don't want to worry about Symbiote Supreme not being able to nullify his Cosmic Control Rod or the Furies or the Unstoppable or whatever. So with White Magneto, the big thing here is I just want to get to a special 1. So I have that. And then I just want to throw the special 1, and throwing the special 1 will put an armor break on, and armor break will then turn his Cosmic Control Rod off, so I don't have to worry about the Unstoppable or the Obliterating Strikes or anything like that. I mean, White Magneto is able to turn a lot of that off to begin with, just with his magnetism. I also want to keep Annihilus at special 1 because I'm pretty comfortable fighting Annihilus in a special 1. I fought him in AQ back on map 7 every single day, so I got pretty comfortable with the special 1. The special 2 hits into the block like 107 times, it feels like. So I just didn't want to really deal with that. I just wanted to keep him at a special 1. You can see, though, White Magneto managing the fight pretty well. Another special 1 for another armor break to take the rod down. Here I'm just trying to bait out another special. I mean, look, it's a little bit of a slow fight, but, there's really, I'm, currently at a full yellow bar. There's really not really too much here. So I throw this special 2, and that's going to be enough to KO. So nothing too crazy there. And here's going to be my last fight of this war and of the season. It's going to be Symbiote Supreme versus Sersi. So I'm going to start off by saying this should not have been Symbiote Supreme. As you can see, this is the only fight I brought Symbiote Supreme in for. This should have been Rintra. I have a rank 4 Rintra. I should have brought in Rintra. I don't know why I didn't think to bring in Rintra. I brought in Symbiote Supreme because I see Sersi, and, I fought Sersi in War 1 here. Not on this node, but on the hazard shift. So I was like, this should be fine. The issue here is this has This has Rich Gets Richer. It has Feats of Power. Sersi gets a whole bunch of buffs as is. But the big thing here is it has Mystic Ward. So if this was a normal Sersi fight, I throw this special 3, all of these buffs get nullified, I'm immediately up to a special 2. You're going to see none of the buffs get nullified, so now I have a little bit of an issue. You can also see I popped an invulnerability boost on, but I got hit early, so I throw that special 2, not able to power gain or nullify anything. I throw it again, not able to power steal anything. So I throw another one here in a last gasp effort, but I'm out of the mode to power steal. Then I try to do it again, and she throws the special 3. So at this point, it's just a matter of 1, hopefully being able to survive, and 2, if I'm able to survive, I'm going to get an Incinerate put on me right afterwards. Let's see how fast it kills me. So you see, I don't really have a lot of health. I throw the special 2 immediately, hoping that it connects to kind of adrenaline, cancel it out, but just very frustrating because I had the perfect counter on my roster, and I could have brought him in, and I brought in just the wrong guy. So, very frustrating death because it was just so avoidable. So you can see here's the cleanup. Also, one thing to note that you're going to see in this cleanup. So I get hit by the special again. So, just really great job managing these Sersi specials, which I get it. She's unblockable. Her specials aren't always the easiest to dodge, but, got to be better at dodging them. So I throw the special 3 here. So here the glancing fell off, and now I'm up to a special 2. And this is how the fight's supposed to look. I throw the special 2, I power steal, do a whole bunch of damage, and that's that. So frustrating end to honestly what was a frustrating season. 63 fights for me, 5 deaths. My streak now will be 0, so hopefully I can leave this season behind where it belongs. But this is the last war of the season, so like I did last time, I'll do a little bit of a recap. Spider-Man 2099, easily the most used champ that I have. I used him in 44 fights. He coincidentally was also the champ that I died with the most in 3. And I used him in 9 wars total. After that was APOC. I only used him in 1 war, but I used him 5 times, did not die with him. White Magneto, including this war, saw action in 2 wars and 3 fights total. Then there was War Machine, 2 fights. It was the same fight, that Bishop on node 38, but he was able to successfully navigate both. Sym Supreme, 2 fights, both Sersi fights. 1 went very well, 1, as you saw, did not. Scorpion, used him in 1 war for Wong, and Man-Thing went 2-1, very frustrating Man-Thing death. And then these last few are just one-offs that I use. So I used Nimrod in 1 war for 1 fight, Nick Fury for 1 war in 1 fight, She-Hulk, as you just saw, 1 war in 1 fight, Thing, 1 war, 1 fight, and Human Torch, 1 war, 1 fight. So like I said, 63 and 5 on the season. So that'll do it for me for the season. And in terms of the war itself, we did drop this one. So frustrating end to, frankly, what was a frustrating season. We did go 5-7. However, that being said, we were able to sneak into Masters. So it looks like, despite a rough season, we were able to pull off a Masters finish. So that part's good. Hopefully next season we'll be able to clean up a few things and have a little bit more comfortable finish. But that'll do it for this one. I appreciate everyone tuning in this season and tuning in for this one. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I will see everyone soon.